How do we grow? We take in warmth from the sun, from each other.
Lolo, do you want some?
What keeps us together? A place to share, where we grow together. Home, in harmony with nature.
Ayun! Huli ka bro, tumayo ka. Good evening! Welcome to another episode ng ating Real Talk on Real Estate. So, again, I'm Kuya Jane. Kasama ko si Mr. E, who is the country manager ng Ayala Land. And before we start, ang topic natin this evening is all about common mistakes of first-time buyers. Oo, grabe. And medyo juicy ang ating topic today because we'll be sharing our first-hand experience when we first bought our properties. But before we fully begin our episode for this evening, I'd like to again thank you guys for watching this live episode right now. Ang purpose ng ating Real Talk on Real Estate is to promote responsible real estate investing to first-time and seasoned investors in terms of real estate or properties. So, and also I'd like to thank Ayala Land for giving me this opportunity to share my advocacy on financial literacy and supporting this cause as well. So, kamusta ka naman, Mr. E? Kamusta ang iyong week so far?
Okay naman. It's always, you don't know the weekend, you don't know the weekdays, ganun na ngayon eh. No? Ang week natin ngayon eh. You cannot determine yung difference ng araw. It's all week, work lang. You know? Pahinga lang pag napagod, then work pa rin. Balik lang. Ganun lang.
Work, no?
Yeah.
And lalo na ngayon, most of us are at home lang talaga kasi nga COVID eh. Hindi tayo makalabas ng bahay. Pero there are still some of the people who's asking us on how we should guide them in terms of, di ba, in terms of buying their first home, not just a home actually, but their property that they want to invest in. So, Mr. E, eto, meron akong nilist na mga, nag-survey ako before we started this. And isasama ko na rin dito yung mga first-hand experience ko mamaya. And gusto ko malaman din kung ano na experience mo nung una kang bumili ng property. So, okay. Sige, ikaw na muna. Oh. Ano ang sa tingin mo na dapat ginawa mo nung una kang bumili ng property mo? Yung hindi mo makakalimutan. If there was one advice that you are going to give yourself 5, 10, or 15 years before you bought your first property, ano kaya yun sa'yo?
Yung dapat sinigurado ko yung finances ko na matatapos kong bayaran yung property. Even mawalan ako ng trabaho or lumiit yung sweldo ko or madagdagan yung mga payables or expenses ko. No? Kasi nung first buy ko ng property is meron lang akong bulk na commission. So, I thought, magtutuloy-tuloy eh. So, bili ko ng property here, there, sabay-sabay. And then, yung pera, naubos. And then, the market went down. Walang benta, walang commission. Hindi ko maituloy yung hulog dun sa mga properties na pinagbibili ko. I end up losing a lot of money. We end up losing a lot of money dun sa mga properties na yun. That's the first experience. Kung alam ko lang sana na may recession, no? The first time ko narinig yung recession eh. Back in 2009, 2010. So hindi ko dapat ginawa yun. Dapat kung may cash lang din ako, mas binili ko na lang sana ng cash. Nakapag-negotiate pa ako ng maganda, ng malaki-laking discount, and then wala na akong iniintindi the whole 3, 4, 5 years kung mawalan man ako ng trabaho. So I think that's the biggest mistake na ginawa ko, is not thinking of my future income and then my cash flow. Yung finances talaga ang dapat mong tignan eh.
Yung numbers. Kasi nga,
Yep.
mayroon kang bulk ng money out of your huge commission.
Yep.
So, well, that's one of the things na nilist ko dito eh. Underestimating the cost of their home. So, parang sa'yo, it's hindi lang yun eh. Pati yung mga cash flow mo nga, may anak ka na you have to send to school and then you also have a full-time work back then. Diba? So, kailangan talaga na alam natin yung numbers natin. Meron tayo nag-comment, si Christopher Mendoza sa LinkedIn. Cash always would be better, in my opinion. Ako, I will agree with like what you said, no? Mr. E, kung meron kang cash, sana binili mo na lang ng buo.
Yes. Cash is always king. You can always negotiate kung meron kang cash. Pero before doing that, make sure na you still have enough cash left with you before buying that property or real estate investment ng full cash. Kasi baka bibili mo ng 5 million, that's your last 5 million, and then the next day, naghahanap ka na ng seller, ng buyer ng property mo. So, you have to think always of your finances. Yan.
Yung sinabi mo na using all the savings sa sa pagbili ng property, nandun din sa list ko. Parang na-encounter mo wala to, bro. Sabi ulit ni Christopher, nangyari din sa akin yung sa kanya. O, di ba? Hindi pala tayo nag-iisa.
Nag-iisa. Kala ko tayo lang. Chris,
tayo lang.
Friends na tayo, Chris, ha?
Christopher, hindi ka nag-iisa. Marami tayo. Okay. Now, ito yung nilista ko nung based sa aking research. And ako rin, somewhat I can relate to this. Una dito daw, bro, is not knowing what they really want. Kasi, let's say, may na-present na bagong project. Parang ako, nakita ko may park links. Tapos, maganda yung park links. Tapos, nakita ko nabasa ko ulit, meron palang Arca South. Teka, malapit pala sa yung Arca South. Malapit pala sa yung Arca South. Magkakakonect pala yan. Pati yung Vertis North. Sabi ko, teka, mas maganda yung park links pero mukhang maganda rin yung Arca South. So, mahirap pagka hindi mo talaga alam yung gusto mo, no? And siguro kung unless napakayaman ko talagang tao, I can buy both, 'di ba? Pero if it's your first time buying a home, it's going to be a challenge if hindi clear. Kaya nga ito kasi real estate is probably the biggest investment that we'll be ever having in our life, 'di ba? So, mahirap if hindi mo alam yung pinakagusto mo, baka mamaya, mas gusto ko pala yung isang project. Sayang, nakapag-down ka na, nandun ka na sa halfway ka na nung property mo, hindi mo na basta-basta i-let go yan. Unless talagang you wanna liquidate that. Pero it's a costly mistake, not knowing what you really want. So, ikaw ba, na ano mo ba yun? Kaya ka ba nagbibili ng mga maraming properties before is hindi mo rin talaga alam yung gusto mo?
Well, I'm into real estate business since 2006, 2007 here in Dubai. Now we were selling Dubai before we joined Ayala. We're making a lot of money. The market, we call it the glory days. 2006, 2007, ang daming deal. Napakadali ng deal. So literally we're selling alam mo yung kasabihan na ng magaling na salesman, you will sell ice to the people from Alaska or from an Eskimo, di ba? So ginagawa namin dito yon, we're selling dust and desert sa Arab. So it's so quick that we thought money will never end. So yung hawak naming pera is bili kahit saan dito, here and there. Bumili kami ng London, bumili kami ng Dubai, bumili kami ng Pilipinas, sabay-sabay. Kasi what we're thinking is kikita ulit kami next month, kikita ulit kami after 6 months. Hindi mauubos agad to. Yun ang nangyari, and then the market went down. Boom. So that's the first time I heard of the word recession, global financial crisis. Yun yung tumama.
And mukhang matindi ang hit ng recession during that time kasi talagang marami ring nawala ng work. And
dami.
If hindi talaga natin niran yung numbers, kumbaga It's like putting a business, wala kang business plan, wala kang contingency plan na paano kapag nagdumating yung worst case scenario, paano mo masusustain yung business mo or yung investment mo. Kaya not really knowing what you want is one of the common mistakes. So parang na-mention mo kanina na hindi mo rin alam kung magkano yung bibilin mo. Ito, nilagay ko to kasi not knowing what they can afford. Magkaiba siya. Hindi mo alam yung gusto mo, una, kung anong property, bahay ba yan, condo ba yan, lot ba gusto mo, or farm lot, or what. Pangalawa, hindi mo alam kung magkano talaga kaya mong i-afford. Like what Mr. E has mentioned, hindi siya nag-run ng budgeting mo. No? Hindi ka nag-conduct ng financial planning. Hindi ka kumontak ng mga financial planner dito back then?
Hindi pa uso financial planners noon. 2008, kailan ba kayo na-introduce mga financial planners? 'Di ba? Recent, parang mga 5 years lang ata or 6 years lang kayo nag-bloom talaga, dumami eh. Konti lang talaga yung nagpa-financial planning noon, and people is not, is they're skeptics on financial planning that time, kasi the market was really good everywhere. 2006, 2007, it was really good. Kahit anong bansa, kahit anong economy, lahat paakyat eh. Nobody's worried about their finances.
Mm-hmm.
When the RFPs, I think, came in, I'm not sure, meron ng mga nagsasalita noon, kakaunti eh, to name a few. Pero hindi siya highly introduced, hindi siya highly acknowledged ng mga tao until they've been hit. Until they've been hit, and then they realize, boom, ando na, may problema na pala sila sa finances nila. So, parang reverse engineering, going back na naman ngayon, aral ulit sila, nakita na nila, and then nagkaroon ng surge of trainings dito sa UAE, right? Left and right, different groups, which the community was very happy to have that. At least na nag-increase yung learning, and then nag-increase yung mga tao na nagkaroon ng learning about the financial literacy. From there, yep.
So hindi dahil marami kang pera means kaya mo nang gawin yun on your own.
Hindi.
Kailangan ng financial planning ng parehong walang pera at merong maraming pera. Okay, tandaan niyo yun guys hindi lang pang mayaman o pang mahirap yun. It's
True.
for everyone.
Mas maganda nga sana kung marami kang pera, magpa financial planning ka. Nakita mo yung ilan na ang nanalo ng loto na naubos lang din ng pera.
Marami. Yun yung mga common na sakit kasi nga they are not skilled in handling that huge amount of money. Same goes with your real estate property. Baka naman nakakuha ka ng malaking bonus and akala mo you can truly afford it, bili ka lang ng bili. So, your money should have a purpose. And alam mo dapat kung paano siya gagamitin. Etong sumunod na bro, dismissing rent as a possible better financial decision. Kasi may mga nagsasabi pa rin na mas maganda na mag-own ka ng bahay kasi kaysa naman binabayaran mo ng monthly ang rent apartment mo or yung bahay mo, di sana sa'yo na lang yan. Pero hindi nila, may mga problems with that kasi minsan when they are renting, mas useful sa kanila yon dahil sa work nila. Kasi minsan when they want to buy a property, tapos for the same cost of their rent, baka masacrifice naman yung length of travel, yung location or whatnot. So do you think that may mga ganito pa rin, in your experience, mayroon pa rin bang kailangan pa rin ba nila i-consider yung renting muna before truly buying a home or an apartment?
Well, if you're renting and then you realize that you've been renting all your life, 5, 10 years, 15 years, and then if you count all those numbers and then you see na nakabili na pala sana ako ng bahay nung mga time na yon kung bumili na ako ng property, no? Pero it's a chicken and egg. Wala ka namang pambili. Wala ka namang pambili that time. Wala kang pambili that time kasi 5 years ago, 10 years ago, hindi ganun kadali din bumili ng real estate. They require major amount of money for you to be part of an investment,
Mhm.
to have that kind of investment. So laki. Tapos naghuhulog ka doon, at the same time nagre-rent ka pa rin sa nirerentahan mo dahil hindi ka naman makakabili ng ready property sa sobrang liit na perang binabayad mo monthly, mostly off plan right? So chicken and egg, uh, anong gagawin mo that time, which is the difference now is uh, yung pay terms ng mga developer ngayon is very affordable. This
Mhm.
is the only time that I'm seeing this kind of pay terms na makikita mo na ang daming agents na Ayala, ng iba't ibang developer na pinopromote, no, ng ganung kamura, halos wala ng spot down payment. So I think this is the time, and then you can see a lot of buyers right now kahit na pandemic time, dahil dumami yung nakakaipon ng pera.
Mm.
They realize now yung essentials. So you're not buying Jordans anymore, 'di ba, Jay? Oh, hindi ka na hindi
Tinopan ko, ah. Gaano ka ba ng tinopan ko?
so uh, you don't eat out 3 times a week right now. Kahit na gusto mo man, 'di ba? Kahit may pera ka man, much better sa loob ka na lang ng bahay para safe. So nakakatipid ng pera ang tao lalo. And then they're into wellness and health. Uh, Yun, naiipon ng pera, hindi bumabiyahe, hindi kumakain sa labas, and they don't buy, yung not essentials kasi hindi ka nga lumalabas, hindi mo kailangan ng magandang damit.
Mm.
Dahil tatago mo lang yung magandang damit mo ngayon, magandang sapatos mo, lahat yan, nabawasan. Kaya ang tao, nagte-turn into investment dahil kaliwat kanan naman ng ang offer ng developers, kaliwat kanan ng financial literacy, all webinar Kaya that's the trending right now. So don't think yung Philippine real estate sa atin is going down. So now to give an answer to your question, ano ba ang dapat mong gawin?
Mhm.
I think this is the time na nakakatipid ka. So pwede mong pagsabayin yung rent mo and other expense mo uh, on buying a property.
Okay.
Pero
Pero again, word of caution, you really have to run your numbers muna before that, right? Like
yes,
what you were saying.
yes, yes.
Yon. Okay. Kasi, let's say ngayon, bagsak, and then eventually naman, kahit bumalik na sa yung usual na normal yan, kung yung pay terms mo, hindi naman magbabago yung pay terms mo for that period of time right? So you know what to forecast, yung budget mo can be checked. Siguro one thing that you're hindi mo within your control would be kung may work ka pa rin after 6 or 10 months or what. Kaya nga very important pa rin na sinasabi natin is yung value ng emergency fund na kung wala ka ba ng work, tomorrow, can you still survive for the next 6 months to 10 months or 1 year? So, kailangan i-factor in din natin yon para alam natin ang ating mga gastusin. We wanna make sure na yung property natin is something na we can sustain. Tapos, okay, that's one. So, kailangan mo talaga i-check mabuti yung numbers mo, no? And, meron pa ito yung very common yung mga hidden charges. Paano ba paano ba tong mga hidden charges na to? Makikita mo ba to? Hidden nga. So paano
Hidden
mo
yan.
makikita ang mga hidden charges? Lalo na sa mga first-time buyers.
You have to ask. You have to ask those people na bumili sa the same developer. Okay? Tatawagin mo si Kuya, Kuya, may ino-offer sa akin. Ang sabi, ito na lang daw ang babayaran ko. Tapos na, akin na yung property pag natapos ko sa huli. So, the best thing you can do is ask people. Ask people, ask the developer itself. Diba? Asan ng, baka may hidden charges pa to. Kasi meron talagang mga developer na upon the turnover of the property, they end up lumalabas yung computation. May 200,000 pa, may 300,000 pa, sometimes 500,000, all those fees na maglalabasan bigla. ikaw, you are not prepared to do that. So, isang mali din ng agents yun eh. Dapat dapat by heart, sinasabi mo na yon as a broker, as an agent, sinasabi mo na yun sa buyer na sa amin, wala nang hidden charges. That's it. Yan na yan. Kung ano yung binigay sa yung computation sheet, yan na yan. Yeah. Ngayon, kung yung developer ka, na alam mo may hidden charges, sabihin mo na, ma'am, sir, after ma-turnover niyan, baka may lumabas na tax, hidden charges, administration fees na maybe amounting to certain amount of money. So, you have to be honest dahil you'll end up yung developer ang may kasalanan. Okay?
Okay. So, dapat talaga alam mo yung numbers. It's always yun, no? Yun yan.
Ask titos, ask titas na nakabili na ng property, tanongin mo yung kapitbahay, tanongin mo yung kaklase mo na, di ba? Even ask the developer. I'm sure the developer will be honest.
Oo nga, kasi if you don't ask, the answer will always be no. Tsaka, malalaman ba nila na they would assume na you know it already kasi nga, it's your money. And, again, we are all responsible sa ating kaperahan. No? We shouldn't blame it to other people. We have the right to decline kung ano yung, what do you call this, kung ano yung dapat natin gawin sa pera natin para kahit papaano mangyari, magawa natin ng paraan yan. Hindi natin i-blame yung other people kasi if not, wala. It's gonna be a challenge for us. And then eventually, eto, sabi ni bro, si Bijong, continue your genuine endeavor, Utol. Sorry, Sir J, rather. Maka-Sir J ka naman. Watching from Sharjah, UAE. Thank you, bro, for watching, ha. Thank you for the support. Shoutout dyan sa Sharjah. And ingat ka dyan. And as I was saying, yung pera natin is our own responsibility. Kung meron tayong, may pinresent sa atin yung agent na, let's say, eto po, sir, yung quote niyan, yan na po lahat yon. Always ask, yan na ba talaga lahat yon? Is that the best thing that you can give me? Is that ito na ba yung last centimo na mababayaran ko dyan sa property na yan? And ito pa, one thing that I realized, no bro, no, when I had my first investment, as far as I can remember, no, na parang, what if hindi ko matuloy yung property ko? I asked that question. Kasi I was reading din in advance. Pero, I asked that. And then sabi sa akin, merong masedalo na pwedeng ma-encash mo yung property mo. So I thought na, okay, pwede mo pala mag-back out. Eventually, after 2 years na nagbayad ng condo. And then, dumating nga yung time na I had to back out kasi ayoko na nung property. It wasn't a sound investment for me pala during that time. And I already lost half of the money. But, unfortunately, nung kailangan ko na siyang i-liquidate, ang matitira na lang sa akin out of the, let's say, 500,000 na total na payments was like 30,000 pesos. Imagine, right? So, yun. Pero I had my fair share of mistakes din doon kasi nga hindi ko na binayaran yung property. So, late fees were there. Pero I was just surprised na there were other charges na hindi pala kasama, hindi yun nabanggit sa akin when I was having that deal during the first time that I took it. So, yun. Merong mga other charges. And yung other...
Sayang yung other charges, ano? Mga ilang sapatos din sana yun, Jay.
Talaga naman. Nakarami sana ako doon. Sabi ko, anin ko po itong marketing and admin fees. Hindi naman po ako nagba-market or what. Ewan ko ba ganun. Sa akin. Parang, anyway, charge to experience and what we can focus on are the learnings na lang. Kaya we siguro it was an opportunity for me na para that I could share something sa mga gatong episodes in the future so that I can tell someone if you're investing for a property, you really have to run your numbers and think about that property twice, thrice, 10 times. Kahit ilang beses mong pag-isipan. Pero make sure you have a very sound judgment over your investment. Tapos, yun nga, ito, yung sumunod is getting just one quote, no? Parang, may iba na, oy, kaibigan ko tong si sales agent na to. So, okay na yan na yun. Very common to, alam mo yun, kahit sa amin sa talaga, so, si tita, nagbebenta ng ganito ganyan, sa kanya ako kumuha. And unfortunately, hindi minsan yung kamag-anak or kaibigan hindi yung maganda yung quote na nabibigay eh. And kasi nga out of I think common yun sa mga Filipino na ay sa kanya na ako kukuha ng insurance, sa kanya na kukuha ng property kasi kamag-anak ko siya, nakakaya naman tumanggi. 'Di ba? So ano
Ah,
masabi mo diyan, bro? Just getting one quote from one person.
kumuha ka na, sabi ng tatay mo. Sabi niya gano'n, oh. Yung uncle mo, kumuha ka na rin. Di ba? O,
Mm.
yung pinsan mo, kumuha ka na rin. Di ba? May mga ganon eh. O, yung kaibigan mo. So, they are instilling, the fear of missing out, di
Yes.
ba? Or parang authoritarian yung binibigay sa na kumuha ka dahil lahat kumuha na.
Mhm.
So get out of that system. Tapos na naging ano yan naging culture, parang
Mm.
culture na sa atin yan eh. 'Di ba?
Tama.
Not only real estate, even yung mga kakanin, even yung mga RTW na damit, uh, kung ano-anong bagay, pag dinaanan ka sa bahay mo, o kumuha na yung mga ano mo, mga kapitbahay mo, ikaw na lang hindi kumukuha. So, you've been forced to buy things na without thinking, 'di ba? Pero believe ka naman dun sa salesperson, talagang benta kong benta. pero, pero wag naman sa real estate because
Mm.
here I always tell the buyer, even on my younger stage, here sa Dubai, I was selling mansions in Emirates Hills, and then mga high-end properties dito. Think twice. Pag tatanungin ako, Enrique, what do you think? What do you think about this one? Kasi we have seen a lot eh. Enrique, what do you think about this one? Sab, if you were gonna ask me, I like this the most. Pero, you have to think overnight. Kahit na
Mm.
gusto ko na makabenta dahil ang laki ng komisyon ko eh. So, hindi ko ginagawa yon. Sabi ko sa kanya, think it overnight, talk to your family, talk to your wife. Hindi minor decision yung gagawin nyo. You're not buying a pants. Okay? You're not buying a shirt here. You're not buying a rubber shoes here. You know? Na pwede mong isole, or 'di ba, pwede kang bumili ulit anytime. This is your first home, this is your family home. You're spending millions on it. So, think. So, nangyari, hindi ako binalikan, nagpa-quote pa ulit sa iba. Visit. So, di ba? Sobrang generous ko eh. Sobrang generous ko that time, sobrang bait ko. Nagpa-quote pa siya. And
Mm.
then, honest to goodness, bumalik siya sa akin.
Mm.
No? Sabi niya, Enrique, nakinig ako sa'yo, umikot pa ako, nagpa-quote pa ako, pero I don't like those people. They are putting a gunpoint on my head na you have to buy this, otherwise somebody will buy it tomorrow. Ganun yung market noon eh. And I don't like that style. I like your style. So, yeah, let's go around again. And are those properties still available? Sabi ko sa kanya, they're all gone. So we have to go around again and look for new availability ng mga property. But if we get something now, I'm gonna tell you, decide quickly, please. Yun. Kasi bumalik na siya sa'yo eh. Nakuha mo na siya eh. 'Di ba? Bumalik na siya. You buy from the person. You don't buy what the product is. You buy from the person. So I told them, get a quote, get another quote, learn, compare notes, di ba? If you're getting another quotes from another developer, like yung isang bumili, so kinumpare niya yung 45 square meter sa 35 square meter, right? Ano bang use mo? It's going to be for rental. So, kinumpare niyang maigi, for rental lang naman, ba't kailangan ko ng malaki? So, kinuha na lang niya yung maliit na unit. Kasi kung ikaw end user, then kukunin mo yung mas malaking unit. Right? Dahil gusto mo ng more space eh. Dahil ikaw mismo ang gagamit eh. Oh. When you're getting a coat, palaging minsan may tinatago si developer na ano eh na buffer. So always ask, baka pwedeng ma-extend to, baka pwedeng mas maliit yung pay term, you know. May mga brands, may mga developer in Ayala no sa brands ng mga Ayala, may slight na negotiation pag nakita talaga yung interest mo to buy. Uh, they might give. So it's not about that na nakukuha mo yung quote mo is yun na yun. Again, going back to your finances, review your numbers. Yeah.
Palaging balik no?
Get a lot of quote. Wag kang bumili lang yung bilihan na kayo eh. Nangyari yan one time eh. Nag-invite, may dumating na agent, no? Invite. Pag-invite na ganon, nag-present si agent, and then lahat kayo nagkakainan, and then yung isa, kukuha ako. Di ba? Ako din, kukuha din ako isa. Di ba? Pagkatapos nun, magkakabarkada sila, ang dami ko narinig na ganito, magkakabarkada sila, pag yung unang kumuha, nagtatawagan na, pre, ano ba yung kinuha natin? Parang problema ata yung kinuha natin. Pag-deliver ng unit, sabi, fantastic location daw eh. Tapos, ngayon, dinadaanan tayo ng eroplano. Hindi binanggit, hindi nila pinag-isipan. Okay? So, isa yan sa mga common mistake.
Ang dami natin na-share sa first half pa lang ng ating program. And before we continue, okay, let's just go on for our first break. And of course, this episode is brought to us by none other than Ayala Land. Ito na siya, yes.
A visionary destination brings together career and family, business and leisure, city and community. Welcome to the newest hotspot south of the metro, propelling towards access, variety, and efficiency. Dynamic lifestyles synchronized at the core of a well-connected locale. Every day is a gathering of life's bounty. Homes for every stage in life amplify the convenience of living. Designed around people, this city paves the way for opportunities and jumpstarts a fresh beat on lifestyle, opening up a gateway to a unique quality of life. Every step here leads to progress. Arca South, City in Sync.
And we're back! Yun, nakita niyo yung project ng Ayala Land. It's Arca South. And yun yung mga nakita natin kaninang napag-isip-isip ko yung Arca South na yan mula nung nabanggit ng isa nating MP.
Diniscuss namin yung Arca South eh. May difference kasi yan pagka ang development is a what you call tawag dito a
Estate.
100% estate developed by Ayala.
Mm-hmm.
So even the transport system controlled nila sa loob, and then isa dyan sa pinakamaganda is dadaanan ng tunnel yan ng yung mega tunnel.
Oo.
Di ba? Yung mega tunnel na build. So may isang Arca South station. Kaya lahat ng properties dyan, ang ganda ng appreciation yan once makumpleto lahat ng mga plans. So
kaya nga, and ang next question ko will be related to what you have said. No? But before we continue, huge shoutout muna tayo sa mga nanonood. Shoutout kay Miss Jen. And kay Kuya Marlon, ayan. Pati kay Hannah, shoutout para sa mga nanonood tonight. And also to Abasi, who's watching this right now. Thank you so much for watching, brother. And I think we have one comment here. Isa pa, kay Michael Dan Martin. From LinkedIn as well. Saan po yung property na kinuha niyo before? Are you asking me or or Sir E?
Saan bansa ba yun? Sa Pilipinas, sa London, o sa
yung audience natin sa Pinas. Oh.
Yung sa Pinas meron other projects eh. It's not an Ayala project. This one in front of De La Salle TAF.
Ba, maganda yung
We bought it at 1.3 million that time. Right now the property is demanding 7 million na.
Oh.
And hindi namin natapos yung property mabayaran dahil nga nagka-problema kami sa finances, di ba? We've been hit by the recession. So, isa yun sa mga pinagsisihan namin. And then we bought a luxury lot around Santa Rosa, near Ayala near West Grove eh. I'm not gonna say the developer who is, pero it's a luxury land. We end up losing the money. Millions, wala kami magawa. It's bylaws. It's our fault. It's our fault. It's a heavy fault that teach us very well. So yung mga nanonood, please look at your numbers. Look at your numbers. Look at your future before spending. Yeah.
Parang yan yung ano natin ngayon, no? Yun yung moral lesson of this story is look at your numbers. Pero before sa dulo pa yan natin iano di ba? And going to my next question, like sinabi mo kanina, Arca South is a good place. Now, it always is good to check yung neighborhood. Pero the problem there is yung karamihan nga is hindi chine-check yung location nila. So, how important is the location ba talaga if you are buying your first property?
Well, that's the first three words, when you're buying a property. It's always location, location, location. I'll add another three words, which is location, location, location. Okay? It doesn't mean na mura, bibilin mo na agad. Mura, down payment mo halos baliwala na, no? Pangkain mo lang sa restaurant per month yung wala, halos wala. Pero you didn't look at the location. Now, maybe siguro malapit sa barangay nyo, kaya ka bumili. Pero you have to check ano ba ang capital appreciation nito kahit na nandun sa amin yan. Di ba? So, think of it. Now, magtatanong ka sa developer. Tatanungin mo yung developer, tatanungin mo yung agent ng developer. Meron ka bang historical figures ng growth ng property ng mga dinevelop nyo? Yeah? Lahat, give me a list. Give me a list of all the properties that you have developed that's showing na may capital growth talaga yung binibenta nyo. And then, I want to see the list nung every property kung talagang nabibenta. So, checkin mo kung 2017 pa ni-launch, hanggang ngayon, hindi pa nabibenta yung 50%, hindi pa nabibenta not even 30%. Magkakaproblema yan. Mahihirapan na magkakaroon ng delay ang turnover because yung pera ng tao na pinambili, yun ang pinambabayad sa construction Otherwise, the developer has to go for a leverage. Okay? Going back to your question about the neighborhood, location, you have to microscopically, no? Google Earth, may Google Earth na ngayon. Yung isang kaibigan ko, tinanong ko may property ka na ba? Sabi niya, bro, nakabili na ako dun sa isang developer naloko nga ako Kasi sabi, BGC daw.
Oh.
Tapos overlooking the market daw. Tapos may golf course pa daw. So, okay. Ang mabigat na problema, magkakabarkada pa sila na bumili ng property. Pagdating niya dun sa nung turnover na with honest to goodness na trust, nag-trust sila lahat. Nung na turnover yung building, pagpunta nila sa building, Number one, ang pangit ng quality. Number two, we're not saying the specific developer. Number two, yung neighborhood malapit dun sa libingan ng mga ng if I'm allowed to say, and then yung sinasabi nilang near to the mall. Sabi niya nasa 25 floor ako, ganito kaliit yung mall, ang layo eh. Tapos yung golf course view nasa Villamor Air Base. kailangan ko ng telescope para makita ko yung golf course view. Kasi tatawid ng South Super Highway eh. Diba? Tatawid ng South Super Highway. Tapos tutulog siya, dumadaan yung aeroplano, nagigising sila mayat maya. So you have check the neighborhood. You have to check the location. So, 6 na words na yung binigay ko. Location, 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 location. Diba? So, wow, mali talaga. Ano nagagawa mo na? Andun na yun.
Lapit nga naman, isang lang. Kailangan mo na ng binoculars.
Tapos, hindi niya mabenta. Kung mabibenta man niya, bibenta niya ng palugi sobra. Kasi, si developer mismo, ang daming unit. Ang daming stocks, ang daming inventory remaining, and then the developer is giving a lot of discount. So, patay na siya. Talo na siya sa agad. So, check the neighborhood. I'm not saying check the developer. Check the neighborhood.
Dami.
Check the neighborhood.
Ito yung nakakatuwa, bro, no? May mga buyers tayo na nakausap. Parang ito lang eh. Tinitingnan lang, magkano yung square meter nung developer na to versus dito sa lugar na to. Bakit pero lang naman itong nasa Bulacan. Pero ba't mas mahal itong square meter na to? Dito na lang ako sa mas mababang square meter.
Mas mahal si Ayala.
Oo, kahit ibang developer, mas mahal itong si ex-developer na to kaysa dyan sa nakita kong per square meter na yan. So dito ako bibili. Ano bang dyan?
yung mo dyan, only looking at the price per square meter. Well, sometimes you have to respect the people's capacity in terms of spending. You're going back on, they're looking at their finances, most probably. Kaya yun lang ang nila. Yun lang ang tinitignan nilang price per square foot, and they don't mind kung sa sulok ng barangay, nasa tabi na siya ng Ilaya, alam mo yung pagka tumaas ang Laguna Bay, baha yung bahay nila, yun talaga mga ganun, sobrang mura ng lupa. Depende sa valuation yan eh. May valuation process eh. So, yung areas na yun, pag kinumpare mo talaga yung development ng Ayala, mahal talaga ang connotation pag sinabing Ayala because you're buying a premium. You're buying a premium. When did you ever see an Ayala community na bumaba ang prices, ang property? Never. That's one. Di ba? One, you have to respect. Yun lang yung pera nila eh. So, you have to tell them, hindi nyo kaya ma-afford to, look somewhere else. This is what the project is asking because it's a well-maintained community, it's a gated community, mga ganyan, mga house and lot ng Ayala, it's a well-gated community, security and everything. Well-planned. Yeah, yung mga drainage system niyan, yung mga electrical system niyan, the telephone wires, lahat yan is planado. Kaya iba yung premium. You pay for the premium right here and there eh. The moment na nagbigay ka ng So, yan yung masasabi mo sa mga taong looking for the price per square meter. Pero pag may na-encounter ka eh. Ako, marami akong na-encounter na iba yung aura ng tao eh. Parang alam mo yon, yung mataas ang tingin sa sarili, no? Sometimes you have to be honest eh. You want a champagne but your budget is for an iced tea. So, may ganun eh, di ba? You want a champagne but your budget is for a lemonade. Yun yung tawag doon eh. Gusto mo ng luxury pero eto pera mo, you cannot afford this. Yeah, your lemonade budget is not accurate for this luxury champagne na gusto mo inumin. Yun yung terminology ng mga British
Okay.
expatriate dito.
Parang,
Yeah.
ito, ko sa ganyan bro parang price is what you pay for and then value is what you get. So let's say,
True.
they go hand in hand eh. You pay for a very cheap price for this. Pero of course, alam mo yung minsan or most of the time, the value is not that good. Now, the only question there is, can you live with that kind of quality for the price that you are paying for? If the answer is yes, then yeah, might as well go for that. Pero if we are talking about buying first home, let's say, ikaw yung gagamit, would you buy something na hindi ka magbe-benefit ng maayos, right? Would you want to live in that certain area? Siguro nga, mababa yung per square meter niya. But like what you mentioned do, yung quality kasi, it's a community. And if you'll have, I think anything that you buy for yourself is a good investment kasi that's when you'll get peace of mind. That's how you can only buy peace of mind, by giving yourself a good space and a location na alam mo na you can actually grow, 'di ba? So I think yun yung mga
Well,
kailangan nating malaman eh. Hindi lang
well
basta
you
ang
you
usapan.
have you have to backtrack. Okay? You have to backtrack 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years. Where are we? Most of us, even in the Metro Manila area, what kind of community do we have back then? Do we have luxury communities back then? Hindi, pa isa-isa lang ang lumalabas noon. You have Forbes Park, you have San Lorenzo. Sobrang kokonti ng mga exclusive community na yon. Now, what Ayala is doing is enhancing lives eh. Di ba? Enriching lands. So, a community that is built, it's an upgrade of your community. I grew up I would admit myself hindi kami mayaman. Hindi kami mayaman. So I grew up in a affordable quality na subdivision. So from there I know the neighborhood. Minsan magulo, alam mo yon, minsan may nagrarambulan, minsan may nagnanakawan, naghahabulan, may naho-hold up sa loob ng subdivision, right? So I grew up with I'm a street smart kid eh. So I grow on the street. Okay? Now, these developments by Ayala are designed to improve that para hindi na yung mga bagong generation natin is ending up growing on the streets. They end up growing in a better community. They end up having an enriched community, an enriched land. So yun yung main point of view niyan eh. So it's up to you to your second generation or to your third generation na gusto mo ba yung magiging kapitbahay ng mga anak mo o ng mga apo mo doon sa hindi mo sila masisi. That's what they can afford, di ba? Doon sa community or sa neighborhood na alam mo namang magulo din, no? Maraming unruly na tao. So, yun yung nakikita kong value eh. Yun yung nakikita kong value ng ginagawa ng Ayala talaga sa enhancing lands.
I just realized na it's something that you really have to consider na if it's your family who's gonna use it, 'di ba? Saan mo sila ilalagay, 'di ba? Will it be somewhere na nakamura ka nga probably sa cost mo. Pero is it really nakamura ka ba talaga? I mean, did it give you a good return of your money if ang kapalit naman nga is yung safety, security, and most definitely yung peace of mind mo, right? So, very important yung community ha. I mean, I realize how important my surroundings are. The people that I'm surrounded with helped me to where I am right now na, di ba, I came to know you because of the people na nakilala ko rin and na-realize ko na if babalikan ko where I grew up, I mean, it's not as good as siguro, buti ka nasa division ka kasi ako, I grew up in, hindi naman, I mean, it's a small area dun sa Novaliches. Pero, siguro, magulo din kasi talagang may away, may gulo lagi. Pero ano yun eh, I learned so much out of that area din. Pero if siguro hindi ko inalis sa isip ko. Dati inisip ko noon ayoko nang mag-college eh kasi okay na ako dito, parang masarap mag-basketball na lang sa kanto. Parang gano'n eh. I mean, isipin mo pero kung yung anak mo hindi naman parehong ikaw mag-isip, itira mo uli sa ganung area sa next generation. Na-mention mo kasi yung generation eh. Napaisip ako kung yung next na family ko, papatirahin ko dun sa location namin. Baka hindi siya ganun ka mahirap. Pero what I learned there is that yung struggles, may pros and cons yun eh. I learned the struggles and I used those struggles to help me grow as I am right now. Pero may counterpart din na pwedeng problema doon na baka mamaya yung struggle na yun is bigger than the character of the person and then eventually mas maging deteriorating yun for your next generation. So again, it's something that you have to think about na pag nagtitipid ka in terms of buying a property. Kailangan mo ring i-check talaga yung effect niya. Not everyone will have the same mindset as we are na pwedeng sabihin, okay lang yan, kahit mas maganda nga tumira yan sa mahirap na lugar para ma-experience niya yung hirap. Pero again, not everyone has the same mindset, not the same grit as you have right now. Kaya, I mean, ikaw, if you wanna sacrifice that, then fine, di ba? Pero again, natin mo, yung usapan lang natin is all about buying a first home and then eventually it led to that kind of thinking and argument na, hindi lang pala basta dapat bibili ka lang ng bahay, magkaroon lang ng bahay. You really have to choose wisely.
Kaya nga real talk eh. Real talk.
Oo nga, ang ganda yun.
Diba?
Real talk.
So, gusto mo ba yung magiging second generation mo doon sa affordable housing na talagang, 'di ba? So, kailangan mo mangarap para sa pamilya mo. Kailangan mo mangarap para sa magiging anak mo, sa second generation mo, sa third generation mo. So, isa yan sa hindi iniisip ng tao eh. Minsan kasi puro pera, puro income, puro ano. Pero it is different when you're surrounded with good vibes. Alam mo yon? Pag maganda yung community mo, the people are well off, they manage to buy a property, so they're on that level. Okay? Siguro very seldom, very few na lang yung talagang makikita mo na na toxic mindset kahit na ganun na ang so mo na lang yun that you can control, di ba? Pero most ng neighborhood mo pagka ganun, it's different. It's different. So gusto mo lumabas yung anak mo ng kampante ka na walang mapupulot na hindi maganda sa labas. Diba? Mabuti tayo hindi natin pinulot yung mga pangit sa labas noon. We kept it aside. We move on, we learn. Yeah? So it's another chapter of our life and then we are making it right.
Galing.
So, diba? Tama.
Naging agad. And shout out sa kapatid ko. Ayan, si Marco Lentino. Tol, nasa SGL. Sa Batangas. Kamusta na yung property mo dyan? Nandun na siya nasa stage na siya wherein nag-provide na siya ng kanyang bank loans. So, Tol, panoorin mo tong show namin ni Mr. Iha. Kung nandiyan ka pa, nakita ko kasi you're watching with me right now. So, learn from this episode, okay? So, yon. And nanonood din ngayon si Doc Rex, so shout out, Docky. Ayan, bibili na rin yan sa Samar.
Salute. Yan, salute yan eh. Lodi ng mga lodi yan.
So, as we come to a close, ito na siguro yung mga final questions natin eh. Ito, very common. Pero ito, napansin ko sa kapitbahay namin and sa ibang mga...
Tapos na tayo, parang feeling ko.
Bilis eh. Pero ito, gusto kong i-mention to eh. Not reviewing the parking arrangement or yung space nung parking. Kasi nakita ko to, bro, May mga nakita akong bahay na bumili sila ng, I think, townhouse. Pero yung kotse nila is malaki. Let's say it's a truck or it's a van. And then eventually, lumalampas yung kotse nila. Umabot na sila dun sa kalsada, halo, sa gutter. So, hindi siya masyado na pagpaplanuhan and hindi siya tinitignan ng mga first-time buyers na, dapat pala pati parking lot, tinitignan ko talaga kung kasya ba yung kotse ko or what. Or ano sa tingin mo? Na-encounter mo ba? Dito kasi maluluwag ang parking sa Dubai. Hindi mo problema yung mga ganyan, di ba?
Nakikita ko yun sa mga barabarangay. Di ba? Sa mga barabarangay, yung mga low-cost na subdivision, kahit kami noon yung bahay namin, kinain namin yung hanggang kanto, di ba? Oh, yun, ganun. Parking lot, I'm not sure about the major developments. No? If I were to answer you professionally in terms of reviewing the parking arrangement, I'm not so sure about the major developments. Hats off to the other developer naman na nagde-develop ng house and lot. I think the parking lots are well, planned and sized. Very few siguro yung developer or project. I heard anong project yung kagabi, Chernobyl project ba yun? Diba? So, yun siguro. Pero the major developers, they are ethical enough to deliver the parking sizes. Hindi natin siguro may experience yan sa kanila na bitin yung nakausli yung kotse mo. Even the road are well designed, na you can drive freely ng 2 cars. So you have to look at that as well. Yeah, not really. I am seeing this kind of parking arrangement sa labas ng mga ng mga development mga barabarangay, mga along the highway. Yan mostly ang niyan, issues niyan Pero if you are going to ask, if you're going to buy a property, specifically sa condos, sa condominium, may mga brands or may mga developer na na hindi kasama yung parking. So tick box, ask this question. May parking ba to? May kasama bang parking to? Okay? So you have to ask. May brand, may development na hindi kasama yung parking. Meron kasama yung parking. Okay? Ngayon, when it comes to housing fees or condo dues, yung size ng parking mo, if that is 3 by 3 or 3 square meter, and your 1 bedroom is 35 square meter, you add that up. You will be paying 38 square meter on your condo dues. Kasama yon sa babayaran mo. Okay? Even the size of your balcony, kasama yon sa babayaran mo. Okay? Ting! Dagdag kaalaman lang yan.
Lahat ng may sukat, may bayad. Okay?
Lahat. Oo. Dahil minimaintain yun, nililinis yung parking area May gate barrier yan na super high-tech di ba? So may mga cards ka dyan na ginagamit na super high-tech. Those needs maintenance. So babayaran mo yan sa maintenance fees or condo dues fees.
And again, babalik ka sa numbers mo, no? Yung magkano ba talaga yung total cost, di ba? Isama mo na yung mga maintenance mo na yan. So if you're watching this, alam mo na ngayon, okay, tatanungin mo yung si agent. Ay, paano po yung maintenance cost yan? Pagdating ng turnover, magkano na siya? O, magkano yung mangyayari? Can you project that? Can you have the numbers? Para the moment na for turnover na siya, alam mo yung budget mo. Di ba? You're really planning na sobrang ahead. Di ba? It's, again, a real estate or any property that you're buying is not a cellphone na bibilin mo lang. And madali siyang matapos and all. It really takes a lot of planning kung gusto mong maging successful ang investing mo. And sabi ni Jason Jimenez, one of our wonderful MPs.
Yeah.
Oo. Very few ang developer na may urban planning. Oh, grabe.
Oh.
And sabi ni Doki, ang haba ng comment ni Doc Rex. So, Sir Enrique, I just want to say that you are truly one of the few trusted property advisors. Ayan, no? You are knowledgeable and you carry yourself professionally and honestly. Kaya naman, I really advise that if people are interested in real estate property, I would recommend you highly. Oh, yun. Ano mo? Doc, wala ka bang comment sa akin?
Kay Jay daw, Doc. Doc, mag-comment ka.
Doc, okay na to, Doc.
Sabihin ni Doc sa'yo, Jay is a great financial planner. He has a lot of he has a lot of shoes. His work ethics is highly recommendable. Thank you, Doc. Thank you, Doc Rex, to hear that from our number one. It's our hero here in the UAE. Talagang super loyal yan. Pag yan humingi sa akin ng favor, hindi ka makakahindi diyan. 'Di ba? Nobela daw yung isusulat sa iyo.
Salamat, Doc.
Diba?
By the way, siguro ang mag-guest ko siya next Friday kasi magandang topic namin. Gusto ko yung kanyang idea about wealth eh. Siguro maganda na itanong natin kay Doc soon, no? Part ng Real Talk on Real Estate is ano yung philosophy of having a home or ano bang niya doon? Say niya doon, no, Doc, sa tingin mo? Ano ba dapat? Ano ba pumili ng tamang bahay?
Pwede nating ibangga yung philosophy ni Doc against dun sa mga street marts na katulad natin, no? Na about real estate and the experiences in the real estate. Siguro let's work around. Doc, shout out. Thank you very much for
nakakatulong siya mag-decide yung mga investors kasi nga he will really give you a sensible opinion about what you should own in life. By the way, Doc became a monk in his younger years kaya alam niya yung mga bagay na you should own or disown. Kaya marami. I mean, it's for a different subject or for
yung isang video niya na talagang shinare ko and pinalo ko. Masarap ang tulog ko palagi ngayon dahil kay Doc. Dahil wala akong stress, wala akong hatred, 'di ba? Lahat 'yun in-emphasize niya doon. Masarap ang tulog ko. Doc, thanks.
Yun, no? Dami ng video si Doc nasa YouTube lang yan. Oo. Now, ito na yung final question. Ito yung final na na topic natin this evening. First-time buyers, let their emotions do all the talking. Ayan. Highly emotional si buyer. Parang ako to eh. Ito yung nangyari sa akin. Na-hype ako. Nung mga moments na yan. Ito sobrang hype. Na-trigger yung pagiging hype ko. Nakala ko, maubusan ako ng property. Na I thought na, dami nagpuntahan sa harap, nagbibilihan, naubos yun. Selling like hot pancakes, my friend. And then eventually, realize ko, parang it's one of the strategy para lang magkaroon ng, ma-excite yung prospect na kumain, nabusog. And alam mo naman, pag nabubusog ka, di ba, yung happy hormones mo nandyan. And then, pag dating na ng dulo ng presentation, then it might really trigger your emotions na, it's something that I should really buy now. Pero again, medyo mahirap yung mga ganung situation. Kaya nga, after you go to that webinar, that seminar, run your numbers, think it through, kailangan ba talaga? Kasi ako, yung una kong purchase was, syempre, it's out of love nga kasi nga binili ko yan kasama nung ex ko noon back then So, hindi siya talaga wise. Again, if you're a first-time buyer and may jowa ka ngayon, hindi pa kayo kasal, never buy a property. Both na kayo yung nag-invest on that. It's a lesson learned.
Bakit palagi mo pa rin binabanggit yung ex mo?
Property yan Yan yung reason kaya nga binenta ko na yun. Yung property na yun.
Hindi na kami interesado doon sa ex mo Kung may ex ka nung binili mo yun di ba? Dapat bumili ko noon.
Bumili ako noon kasi nga, may nakausap ako. Kasi nga financial planner ako, I speak to many couples din na hindi pa kasal. And they would invest on a property. And yan yung lagi sinasabi sa kanila, huwag niyong gagawin yan. Okay? Huwag niyong gagawin yan. So, ikaw, baka marami kang mga, nabiling property in your younger years when you were single or what. Pero mukhang hindi mo naman yata na-encounter yung... Hindi ako bumibili sila binibilihan ko ng property full on their name para wala nang away agad. Pag naghiwalay, wala nang animosities and everything, di ba?
the lawyers, madali na ang trabaho. Ibili mo na agad, pangalan mo na agad sa kanila, 100%. Tanggalin mo na yung name mo. Tapos lagay mo sa kanila, single mo na lang lagay yung pangalan mo para hindi mo na kailangan ng marriage certificate.
Parang alam na ano. Kala ko.
No.
Ayan o, sinabi ko si Crane, ikaw talaga. Kahit ko, ayan, hindi pa siya naka-move on, Mr. E. Ikaw talaga.
Pero ano yan you have to keep in mind when you're buying a property, may technicalities yung malapit ka ng ikasal, nabibili kayo ng property. Ano yan, decision time yan eh. You'd rather do the marriage first before buying the property. So mas safe na yung yung documentation nyo kasi hahanapin lahat ni developer yan. Yung marriage certificate nyo. Pag nilagay mo siya as spouse, hihingiin nila lahat yung mga kopya na yan. Okay, keep that in mind. Kasi baka may yung iba magka-live-in lang eh, no? Magka-live-in lang, nilalagay married to. So nung hinanapan, ay hindi po pala kami married. So magkakaproblema yung documentation, babalik sa start, mahihirapan, they end up losing the unit. Okay? Oo, kasi mag-redo ng ng documentation eh. So kaya, one tip lang yan. One tip lang. Okay?
Basta, sakit sa ulo yan. Sakit sa ulo, magastos, pati. Okay, so doon po nagtatapos ang aming episode for tonight.
Shout out kay Marie Chris.
Shout out kay Kring. Mahal na mahal ko yan. Siyempre, grabe naman. Kaya doon may very best para sa kanyang dream house. Yes. Siyempre from Ayala yun, of course, di ba? So, yun nga. And, dami na mag-usapan ngayon, bro. Na-real talk natin ng isa't isa tonight, no? Grabe po.
Yes. Di ba?
And, ang isa mga natutunan ko nga dito is numbers pa rin. Numbers. You really have to run your numbers. Hindi ka dapat magpadala sa sabi-sabi ng kapitbahay, kaibigan, emotions mo pa rin. Pati, dapat talaga ilista mo, budget mo, sweldo mo, utang mo. Kasi kung hindi mo alam yan, may utang ka na for 4 years mong babayaran. Dadagdag syempre yung monthly nung unit o yung property. O paano mo lalo mababayaran yan? And yung security ng work mo, how can you make sure na you'll be employed for that period of time, di ba? So again, run the numbers. Sinabi ko na yung sasabihin mo. Ikaw, ano mo sasabi mo, bro?
Well, yung improving the neighborhood of your next generation. 'Di ba? Improve the neighborhood of the next generation dahil there's no way but up and improve. Kaya nga tayo nagtatrabaho eh. Kaya nga tayo nagsasakripisyo eh para sa second generation natin. Hindi ma-experience yung na-experience natin if we, been through that point.
Mm-hmm.
So, try to look at it. Improve the neighborhood. That's first. Kasi parang improving yung surroundings mo eh. Parehas din yan ang ini-improve mo yung klase ng tao sa paligid mo eh. 'Di ba? Oh. Kaya ikaw, ako ingit ako sa iyo, nasa paligid mo si Doc Rex eh. Oh, every day. 'Di ba? Every day may coaching ka diyan. 'Di ba? I wish talaga. Oo, follower tayo niyan. So, 'yun, improving the neighborhood. That's yung take away natin ngayon. Take away ko sa conversation natin. Mm-hmm. 'Di ba? I'm sure ikaw, you want your second generation to be on a better position, on a better place. So, enriching lives and enhancing lands.
Ayun. Yun yung natin sa Ayala eh. No? Yeah. And of course, ang purpose ng ating episode or ng ating mga program, and not just this evening but also yung mga succeeding natin, is of course to promote responsible real estate investing. Kaya we have these conversations. And we really think, ito, yung consistent na 9 and 10 nanonood sa atin na yan. Thank you so much sa panunod. Yung iba siguro, hindi na nagko-comment, talagang nanonood lang. So we really appreciate you na nanonood right now. And hopefully you have learned something out of this conversation that we had with Mr. E. And if you want to learn more about what we're doing about Ayala. If you want to be part of the marketing partnership programs that we have, please do send us a message. Ang ganda nung ating unang batch, right? Kasi nga talagang engaging yung kanilang mga questions. And talagang really want to learn. Hindi lang about Ayala eh. It's also about the investment. Ano tawag dito? It's all about investing in real estate. So, more about that, just send us a message. So, any other things you want to say, Mr. E, before you fully close this episode this evening?
Nothing else. I would like to thank all the viewers, yung 10,000 viewers right now. Shout out sa inyo lahat. Mga next week yan, mga 20,000 na yan. So,
dadami na yan.
Okay. Just
Alright.
continue lang on tuning in with us and learn about real estate.
Yun.
Okay.
So once again, ito si Kuya Jay and kasama ko si Mr. E. Ito ang
E.
second episode for our Real Talk on Real Estate. See you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.